Welcome back to another update and to see how the plants are getting on. As you see, this leaf came out of here, that particular branch. This has grown up and it's still unfurling its leaf. That side's probably seen the sun a bit more better than that. And again, we've got a new leaf coming out. So that's perfect. And if I try and get in here a little bit, there's a leaf there. But I'm not too sure if that will grow a leaf there. Right, so I've done a bit of pruning actually. Last time you saw it, this actually had 5 rosebuds on it. I've snipped some back because I don't want this branch to get overbearingly heavy and snap the branch. I've done similar over here. I've made sure only 3 rosebuds stay on, which is perfect. Now this I'm hopeful to grow. I'm not too sure if it will, but look down here. Now I'm not sure what these are, not sure at all, but they look really healthy. And if you see, I've got another one over here. I did transplant that into a different part, and I'm not sure what this is. Might be a corn plant, I'm not too sure. You can correct me on that if I'm wrong. Okay, right, that's that. Now on this pepper plant, I did have a few open excuse me, I'm still on mind track of the rows. I'm still waiting for healthy flowers to fruit, but I did lose a few flowers due to them dying, and the stem's actually dying back straight to the stem as well. Now this, as you saw in previous episodes, didn't have this much fuchsia flowers on. This, if I can get you in there and actually focus it, I'm not sure what that is actually doing. So yeah, I'm not too sure. This aloe has seen better days, and as you can see, there's 3 plants. I'm hopeful to get them to grow quite nicely, but as you see, that was a fairly new leaf and it's quite long, and I'm hopeful to get these nice and bushy so I can have a nice full healthy plant. But if your leaves look like this, it's best to take them off so the plant ain't putting more energy into these than it is this. So I do have to tidy this plant up, but I want to show you my failures and my successes. As you see, I've left that on there for far too long. Probably some of the leaves that were originally down in this pot have rotted away and added to the soil. So what I think I'll do is take the leaves off best I can and actually just lay them on the soil, and when I water this, it will break down the leaves, which in turn will feed my soil. So that's all I've got on that one. Now you might notice there's no oranges on my orange tree no more. That is because I've picked all of it and I've decided to let this tree grow. Here are all my oranges. So I've got a fair amount of oranges to eat. Might share them with my darling and see how we go with that. They, as I keep saying, they are a stronger orange, so if you're into your strong tastes, get a Cambodian orange tree. They don't get too big. I think I've got a dwarf species, so look into them, but all is well. Now this is my jade. Last time I videoed on this jade, I asked for a bit of advice what to do with this branch because it was all the way down here. It seems to have uprighted itself and it's doing pretty well. I'm not too sure what to do with this. because it might rub branches with this as it grows, but I might be able to stake that in another direction. I'm not too sure. But let's look at the growth and what you can expect. From a jade plant, you don't get leaves. Sorry, focusing issues. From a jade plant, you don't get growth like this, and it is a slow grower. So if you're really tight for time and you can't water it first thing in the morning, or you forget to water it, it's a very, very forgiving plant. Now, these leaves haven't always had spots on. It might be a fungal issue, but that doesn't seem to be bothering the plant. It just makes it look unsightly. As I said, if your leaves come out like this as well, stuck almost, it's almost like it's stuck together, don't be too disheartened. It will sort that out itself. It's just naturally occurring. I've had this jade plant for around almost a year now. Okay, you can see where I've pruned it off, broken it, etc. But they have always done well for me. Now, another thing to consider if you're growing jade, if it looks like this, it probably means it's starting to get woody. But don't be disheartened. All jades go through this at some time or another. It's nothing to be scared about. So, and also, just before I come off subject of the jade, here's a leaf. What can you do with this leaf? Obviously you can make a little patch in the soil, like so, and just cover that up and plant it. Because with a bit of luck and a bit of TLC, you'll get a new plant. And I believe this is happening somewhere already on another part, just so you can have confidence with how this will do for you. This is another plant down there, started from a leaf cutting, and this is another plant started from a leaf cutting. So I have two brand new plants, and this is a nice brand new plant here. So this plant is doing very, very well. You've just got to keep it in nice bright light, keep it watered to a degree, but do not over water, because that will kill your jade plant. Now this was a branch that I snipped off, as you can see, quite knowingly there, and it's starting to put out, focus issues, I do apologise. Might have to zoom out a little bit and find the right angle. Sorry about this. As you can see, I snipped it off here because it was getting too top heavy, and out of this it's growing a whole new plant. So that's brilliant. Here we have the snake plant. As you can see, this soil mixture is bone dry. Reason for that, because this don't really need a lot of water. Okay, these tips might look a little bit brown, but I can assure you that this is growing. The reason why this is bone dry is because the leaves here, or spikes, will hold the majority of the water, and therefore they are better equipped to handle dry locations like maybe Florida and other dry locations like maybe a desert. I don't know on that one actually because of the heat. Apart from that, it is important to give them a nice wet and dry cycle, because if you keep them constantly moist, what will more than likely happen is your leaves will get more floppy, and you might think, oh no, it needs more water. But in fact, it doesn't. You're giving it too much water. But if you underwater, the same effect can happen, where your leaves get droopy and whatnot, and then you might think you're overwatering. But you just need to step and find that balance up to where you're watering enough, but not too much or not too little. This is what I'm doing with the snake plant, and it's working for me. Might not work for you, but that's just a little tip to bear in mind. And with that note, I will leave you and love you all, and I'll see you next time.